Is the love of money not the root of all evil? Did we not learn that from the Bible? What is going on, guys? Brandon here. We are talking today about the money problem with relationships, with marriage, and communication that's not happening, or the love of money, the love of security, the love of wealth, love of materialistic nature that people have right now or have always had, right? So an article that I just came across that I thought was fascinating is the cost of living skyrockets. As the cost of living skyrockets, 23% of couples stay together mainly because of money constraints. Nearly one quarter of all couples are primarily staying in their current relationships due to financial dependency. And I would venture to guess that a lot of people didn't even want to answer truthfully. So it probably is 25 to 50% of people are staying. And we know that a lot of marriages, right? A lot of marriages, typically around a quick Google search, typically around 41% of divorced Gen Xers, along with almost 30% of divorced boomers, state the reason their marriages ended was due to financial disagreements. Their number ways. That's great. And so then you see all the other ones here too. Money ruining marriages. 54% have debt issues. So this is a massive problem, whether it's debt or money, that some type of issue with that, or their spending habits, and not being able to budget, not being able to have low time preference or thinking long term and just buying stuff now, or maybe it's alcoholism or whatever it is, some type of issue being had that is affecting the relationship. And so think about not only that, but think about the amount of strain and stress that those 23 to 50% of marriages or relationships are causing on each other and then causing on society. Because they're in a relationship, they are choosing to stay because of the love of currency, thinking they can't, not having, unfortunately, the gusto or not having the moxie to just go out on their own and say, you know what, currency, money doesn't rule my life. I'm miserable with this person, or I'm unhappy with this person, and I'm going to go find something else. I'm going to go find something better, find something that I am in alignment with, someone I'm aligned values with, and I share the same level of vibration, right? I'm the same energy plane. That is what we're looking at. So we're causing all this dis-ease because of money. And this is what the Bible, this is what Jesus is referring to when he says the love of money. So people staying and doing things, people staying in jobs, people staying in relationships, people doing things to their family members because they are so scared they don't know how to make money other than someone just giving them a check every 2 weeks. That is an epidemic. That is the real pandemic going on. I said this before, that the real pandemic was fatherless homes, having broken families, and this goes along with it too. The real pandemic is not understanding money, not understanding what can be caused by not understanding money and not having the skills to actually make money, and being reliant on one client, which is your employer. If your employer doesn't like you, you're gone. We see very apropos, just in the last year, the massive amount of job losses. I have many people in my family and friends that have had job losses, layoffs, buyouts going on from all sizes of companies. I mean, massive Fortune 500 companies all the way down to the lowest levels of mom and pop shops. And this is very hard to talk about. But this is what we do here. We talk about hard things. I'm not perfect. I'm not always right. But I'm going to give you my opinion, my educated opinion, what I've been studying for the last 20 years. I've been experiencing my life with investing, with my businesses, dealing with people, my study of 20 years of reading history and psychology and philosophy. And I don't have any credentials in any of these areas. So listen to what you wish. However, we have a great family office to back it up, 15xing our wealth over the last 10 years by following first principles and following principled money management and accounting and bookkeeping and doing things, I believe, a certain way. And that's what we do here. That's why we have, again, our monthly portfolio allocation letter coming out later this week. And this is a massive, massive problem. And we see you have sites like WTF happen in 1971, where you can go see the currency being broken, money taken out of the currency, and spending just going through the roof, divorces going through the roof, the number of lawyers going through the roof. All these things ironically happened around 1970, 71, 72. And just things just took off into this insane spending spree, and just, really, for lack of a better phrase, just, less ethics or morals in being applied. It's just like, hey, I'm secular. I can do whatever I want. I can do and think and say whatever I want. And unfortunately, that's just not how human nature works. That never plays out well. We have many examples in the Bible all the way up till now. And we can continue making the same mistakes. We don't learn from history. We don't choose to humble ourselves. We don't choose to, in humbling yourself, is is great because you learn that much more. You get to humble yourself and say, hey, I don't know everything. And like just like here, these are my opinions. These are my opinions of my study and my experiences over the last 20, 25 years since I was a teenager and a young adult. This is my experience, and this is what I've seen. This is what I've studied. This is what I've now witnessed. This is my testimony of what is happening, and then having the facts, the data to back up a lot of these things, and then, like I said, the experience and the track record to prove this out. Whether it was playing at the highest levels of hockey and the proof of work I put in to do this and to become the best I could be, and then doing it now in business and in money and investing. I feel very confident in my track record. Let's say that. And I could be wrong, and I still am wrong, and I still will get things wrong. So please trust, but verify. Go look at these things together. But my biggest thing, like we talk about all the time, is understanding what is money. And this is why this hurts so much. And people think that money doesn't matter or whatever. It's the love of money. And people doing immoral, unethical, or things that go against their values because of money. That's what hurts the most. And that's when people get into trouble. So if we knew what money was, if we saved in sound money, our time and energy, we put that into a finite container that kept our time and energy safe and didn't leak it away like fiat does, like dollars, yens, pesos. It didn't leak it away with inflation down here. A little hole in your finite in your container, I should say, your little container. It's leaking out through inflation. Your time and energy is being stolen from you by the unproductive class, and we let that happen. Again, it's up to us. We vote in the people. Those people that get voted in then go take their friends and their buddies and their cronies and make them bureaucrats and give out things to their family members. And we have done this to ourselves. So the great thing is we can now fix the problem. We can use a money that someone else can't counterfeit, can't print away and tax us in. We can get Bitcoin, gold, and silver, and food, and guns and ammo, and water and energy, and build community and become independent, resilient, and take away the power from other people that they have over our lives. We don't need that. We don't need that. We can be the freest people, the people we are supposed to be in life. So use a finite container. The fair trade is finite time for finite asset. The only two I know of is time and Bitcoin. Time is Bitcoin, Bitcoin is time. That's it. That's all I know. If you know of another finite asset, please put it in here that we can trade for. But again, in wrapping this up, think about the ripple effects. It's not just the wealth aspect of this. It's the relationship strain, it's the societal strain, it's the division, hate, polarization, all the things going on because people can't get ahead. They don't know how to get ahead. They haven't been taught what money is. They don't know what is actually going on in the world. So they're staying in relationships. They're doing things where they're miserable. They don't like themselves. They don't like their partner. They don't like their lives. And it's corroding us inside, in here, because we're doing things for this, because of a broken system. We don't have to have that anymore. That's plain as day. We don't have to have that anymore. You fix the money, you fix the world. So I appreciate you being here, appreciate you being a part of the community, and we question everything with boldness, even the existence of God himself. I appreciate you coming to the TED Talk. Please share this out because the algorithm hates truth. These are hard conversations to have, but the only way we're going to get better is by some pain. No pain, no gain. Whether you're working out, relationships, saying the hard things, talking about the hard things, and where I'm wrong, please tell me where I'm wrong. And where I might be blind, where my biases might get me wrong and have me going down a wrong path. Because I want to get better. I want to continually be told where I need to improve, where I need to get better. Because the beautiful part is I'm the one that gets to win at the end of the day. I'm the one that gets to get better at the end of the day. It might hurt sometimes hearing something for a second or two by someone saying something to us. But you get to win then. I get to win. That's the ironic part. I get to win. I get to get better. I get to sit back and say, hey, do they have something here? Are they right? Or am I right? Or maybe I can take a little nuance from them, or maybe they're completely right. I get to win at the end of the day. That's the beautiful part. We rob ourselves the ability to get better and to become better people when we don't take criticism, we don't have any of it, or we don't put ourselves out there, or we just say we're right no matter what, like a Paul Krugman or a bunch of the yahoos in the legacy system who just think, well, I'm educated, I've got a degree, and I've got a graduate degree, and I'm a PhD, poor, helpless, and desperate. I'm this and that. And they just shut everything out because they're the genius. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. If that's the case, and you're in the wrong room. So I appreciate you more than you know. Please, 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 like I said, please put your comments in here, what you think, where I might be wrong. Please share this out because, again, the algorithm hates truth. And it's not financial advice. It's freedom advice. That's it. And we'll see you on the next one.